Hello, everybody, and welcome to FourWheelTech for February 16th, 2025. It's Season 2, Episode 7. I am Mayor Watt, and along with the Sentient AI from the future, we talk about 5 automotive and technology-related articles that get aggregated into the channel over at ohmtown.com, FourWheelTech. Those 5 are Hyundai NACS, NACS. Whoa, I'm not on the right page. Hello. And then FourWheelTech. We're doing it live. Anyway, we had an issue that happened. Basically, power to ohmTown disappeared for a moment, and that disconnected us from everything, and our dimensions split. Now we're reattached. Well, anyway, Hyundai NACS destroying auto emissions, 67 used cars to avoid. The transit trail. Euro cars are ditching infotainment, and I, for one, want that. Oh, the sentient AI from the future just told me that I'm not on the right page. That's okay. Builds character. Anyway, again, I am Mayor Watt, and along with the sentient AI from the future, who's a little delayed there. No? You were on time?
No, I said that before you started the show.
Never mind. The sentient AI keeps me in check. So anyway, go over to ohmtown.com. Everything's powered by it. I'm going to just play the play there. All right. All right, lead. Hello, sentient AI from the future.
Hello, Mayor Watt from the present.
Didn't quite facilitate that, did you? All right. Let's get into it because it looks like tonight's turning into a really long night. The first article is over in FourWheelTech. Hyundai NACS or NACS adapter for EVs will be free to all existing owners. Hyundai's Ioniq 5s with NACS or NACS J3400 ports, as opposed to the CCS1 style, are starting to roll out of its factory in Savannah, Georgia. It's the first manufacturer to sell electric vehicles with native NACS ports, other than Tesla, that is, and you'll be able to read about their first drive of the model year 2025 Ioniq 5, as well as the new off-roady Ioniq 5 XRT next week, which, if it's electric, there's no way in hell it's off-roady. Anyway,
you can off-road until you are no longer in range of a charger.
Yeah, 30 minutes that way, and then you're screwed forever. Anyway, they've got some good news for owners of any existing Hyundai EVs out there. Your car has a CCS port. Then next month, you're eligible for a free CCS1 to NACS adapter. So congratulations. It's dongle time. The article is by Jonathan M. Gitlin over at arstechnica.com. Hyundai, existing Hyundai owners, Hyundai EV owners, that is, will just need their VIN to claim their free adapter. Yay! Don't lose it.
I mean, I think this is kind of neat, although it's probably easier for them to maintain one type going forward. But
for sure. Yeah. I'm sure that everybody loves having a dongle carried around in their trunk. So Hyundai wasn't the first OEM to ink a deal with Tesla to gain access to the supercharger network, but it is ahead of Ford, General Motors, Rivian in swapping to the Tesla-style charge ports. Existing owners get access to the large charging network too, but they'll need an adapter to make use of the smaller NACS plugs, and those will be available next month, Hyundai told Ars Technica. That's where this is housed. Again, Jonathan M. Gitlin over at arstechnica.com put the article together. So there you go. That's all that article really is. Congratulations. You're going to be... so instead of having to pay $225, apparently you'll be able to get it. So Ford briefly showed similar generosity to its EV owners last year, offering its NACS adapter for free, at least until late June, at which point it started charging, $200 for them.
Yeah, it's quite a volt.
GM never even bothered with a free giveaway. Instead, it asked $225 for the NACS adapter.
Oh no, the next one will be 250.
And the Ionic, though, currently it's free, and you'll get an adapter for free. Um,
Well, the big thing is there that you'll have access to more chargers that are out there.
yeah, sure. Everybody should opt for swapping batteries, not, yeah. I would love to be able to do that. I would
Yeah, but
spin up a
they have
business
to
doing that.
set up the stations to do it. They'd have to set up the car manufacturing, et cetera, et cetera. But agreed.
Yeah. They have to build the tech to make the sled possible. Anyway, let's move on. The next article. Oh, by the way, if you want all of today's articles for, oh no, oh no, I didn't set it up. Omatron is not online after the power outage.
That's
Anyway,
okay. We'll just have to go Omaton free for this one.
yeah, all the show notes are still embedded in the live stream over on YouTube. So, common mistakes that are destroying your car's automatic transmission. This article is by Jalopnik. Manual drivers are constantly thinking about the state of our transmissions, clutches, bushings, and synchros all wear out, and we adjust our inputs to ensure their preservation. Automatic gearboxes, though, insulate you from the mechanical goings-on between your engine and wheels, but that doesn't mean that they're all hunky-dory. Don't worry about that. You're the only one that sees that. So Amber Da Silva over at jalopnik.com put the article together. If you're treating automatic transmission fluid like blinker fluid, you're on a path that leads to problems. So if you've ever had a parent or a friend that says go into the auto shop and ask for blinker fluid, then, well, what the heck? I don't know what the hell.
Everything
that
okay
was.
over there, Mayor Watt?
No. Anyway, no, something weird just happened, and now I'm irritated. So, Amber Da Silva over at jalopnik.com put the article together. Traditional torque converter automatic transmissions, if you don't have a fancy dual clutch or modern continuously variable box or a Ferrari, this is almost certainly what you have, can be hurt in plenty of ways. Big mistakes like throwing the shifter into reverse on the highway are obvious, but there are subtler ways to hurt your transmission. So you could be causing it harm. The big enemy of torque converter automatics is heat. And this is something that when I give talks about technology, I inform people that the bane of technology is heat. If something is too cold, you can warm it up. But cooling it off is much, much more difficult than warming it up. By its very existence, technology warms up when electricity is applied to it. It does not naturally cool off until power is removed. So,
right, and it might not be reversible depending on how much heat is applied.
Correct, yeah. And so what I tell people is you got to keep everything cool. You have to keep yourself. It's easier to warm up by throwing a blanket on yourself than it is to cool off. You have to find some place to suck the heat away. Heat is the bane of all things. Interestingly enough, everybody worries about the cold death of the universe, but that's trillions of years away. So the big enemy of torque converter automatics and everything in general is heat. The ideal operating temperature for automatic transmissions fluid is between 175 and 225 degrees Fahrenheit. At approximately 240, important additives in the ATF begin to cook. The result is the formation of a varnish inside the transmission. At approximately 260, internal transmission seals, which are typically manufactured from polyacrylic material, begin to harden. The end result are leaks, because eventually that hardening doesn't allow for flex. The vibrations will break out.
It just cracks.
Yep. So both internal and external, simply because the seals lose their elasticity. And at 300 degrees, 295, clutch plates begin to slip because the oil is breaking down further. And at 315 degrees, seals and clutches effectively burn out. Carbon forms in the oil, and for all intents and purposes, the transmission is junk. And just for your information, a typical transmission will die within 2,000 miles if subjected to 300-degree heat.
So how would somebody know if It was heating. I mean, maybe if there was steam or something coming out of the hood.
You wouldn't know until a sensor goes off and says that your transmission needs to be serviced. And at that point, odds on you've already smoked that transmission. So your transmission, like your hairdryer, has another big killer besides excess heat: dryness. Transmissions don't like running low on fluid, and many people forget to ever check theirs, even if they know how. Transmission or running low on transmission fluid can cause overheating, grinding, premature failure. So it's worth learning what your car's service calendar is. Remember that making lots of short trips counts as a severe condition and warrants extra maintenance. Maintenance schedules vary from manufacturer, but a good rule of thumb is every 60,000 to 100,000 miles. So it's, depending on who you are, rare that you even need to bother with this. But you should know. And if a service light comes on your dash, don't put a sticker over it.
Yeah, don't drive around for thousands of miles afterward going, maybe that'll go away.
Yeah, when people tell you that your car's making a loud noise, you go, yeah, it sure is. That's why I have the radio turned up so loud. All right. So let me do this real quick. FourWheelTech, exclamation point, FWT in the chat, and Omatron will throw the links into the chat. So there you go. Sorry for being late, but yeah, we're just now back online. All right. Let's keep going. This next article is over in FourWheelTech. Don't buy these 67 used cars, at least according to Consumer Reports. So when you're shopping for a used car, it can be hard to narrow down the list of vehicles you're interested in. Finding the exact car that's right for you is even harder, especially since there's no guarantee the car you want will even be available. So Consumer Reports says dodge these. Dodge is probably on this list.
Yeah, I suspect it is.
Some models made in certain years just have more problems than you want to deal with. I think Jeep is now on this list, I'm pretty sure. But Colin Woodard over at jalopnik.com put this article together. And I'm just going to run through these if they have them. So avoid Audis of various types.
I think they tend to have a lot of maintenance problems.
Audi A6, Q3, Q7, Q8 e-tron, BMW 3 Series, the entire series 2024. So the other one, A6 2019, Q3 2018, Q7 2017. But Audi's on the list, BMW 3 Series from 2024. These are really modern. X5 PHEV, this is the hybrid EVs.
I was expecting a little bit older cars, not like classic cars or anything, but just maybe 10-year-old or something.
Yeah, these are all 24 so far, 2024.
Well, they're not going to get better with time either, so maybe save this article so when you're buying a used car down the road.
Yeah, or even a modern car and go, did they fix the problems? Encore GX 2024. By the way, this is about a used car, but these are still being sold new if they haven't been driven off the lot.
Exactly. So that's kind of concerning, although they might have the I don't know. They probably still have 2024s in inventory.
Sure. So Cadillac Lyric 2024, the Chevy Blazer from 2019 and 2024, Blazer EV from 2024, a little of everything from 2017 all the way to 2024, the Colorado. Yikes. Chevy Bolt 2020 and 2021. It might be the last 2 years. I don't know if the Bolt is still around. I think they stopped making it.
I don't think it is.
The Pacifica Hybrid from 2018 and 2021. And Ford, a bunch.
Oh, yeah. Like every
Sport.
model you can think of pretty much with some years, not every year.
Yeah, I'm going to be driving to the playground in a F350 for crying out loud, 2017. Genesis GV80 2021, GMCs, Acadia, Canyon, Sierra 1500, Yukon XL from 2015, 16, 17, all the way up to 2024 Canyon. There's quite a few. You'll want to go over and check this all out. There's a lot of vehicles on the list. Hyundai is on there. Jeep is definitely on there. The Wrangler from 2016, 18, 19, 2021, 2023. You don't want to get a Wrangler, apparently. Gladiator from 2020.
Unless it's a 2020 or a 2022.
Or 2024, or maybe the newest, 2025. I don't know. But it's just not on the list yet because it's not used.
Correct.
There's Kia, Lincoln, Lucid, Air 2023, Mazda CX-50 from 2024, or CX-90 plug-in hybrid from 2024. I guess they kind of started wetting the bed. They were... Mazdas are like amazing little vehicles, by the way.
Yeah, they're supposed to have good engineering and everything, but I think the 90, like some of the newer models, I think have not been as good.
Mercedes-Benz C-Class from 2015, E-Class from 2019, and GLE from 2024 and 2021. Nissan, that's a cool color. I like that color. Anyway, yeah. Rogue Select from 2015, Frontier from 2022, Pathfinder from 2017, Ram 2500 from 2021, Rivian.
Which is hidden because that's a Dodge.
Oh, yeah. Rivian from 2023, the R1S and R1T, and then the Tesla Model X 2023. I would say
I thought there'd be more of those on there, but okay.
Yeah, you have to worry about their batteries. That's about
not enough volume, probably.
They're the most selling car. They sell more than most other car manufacturers.
Oh, okay.
It's so bizarre. I don't see them that often. Yeah, how bizarre. So Toyota Tundra from 2022, 2023, Volkswagen. The reason why they're not as noticeable is because the charging circuit isn't everywhere. So you don't see them everywhere.
Well, that's true, unless you're in an area with a high concentration of those.
Yeah, hold on. I'm just going to pull 2023 numbers. Just real quick. So, 2023 numbers. Toyota 1.2. So wait. Is it just U.S. numbers? National auto sales numbers. Okay. It's the most selling EV, I think.
Oh, okay.
But maybe not. I don't know anymore because it's not even on the list. I mean, I'm looking all the way down to...
Okay, 2024, Tesla delivered about 1.8 million. That's globally.
Yeah, that would put it tied for 2023 numbers, auto sales, with Ford, which is number 2.
Oh, okay. I had no idea it was that high.
But I can't imagine that. I'm.
Yeah, but there could be distinctions in different countries, but overall.
Are these delivered? Or just manufactured?
The number I said was delivered.
I can't imagine that. Anyway, Volkswagen is listed too. I mean, I'm not calling you out. I'm sure that your evidence is well founded.
Maybe.
maybe not.
No, I'm just seeing what I see online.
I'm question numbers more than ever. Anyway, let's keep moving. The next article is over in FourWheelTech. Ford quietly kills the transit trail over supply issues. I was actually looking to get one of these.
That might have been why that was spinning.
Yeah, so Ford quietly discontinued one of its off-road vehicles, but don't worry, it's not the Bronco or any of the Raptor models. It's the Ford Transit Trail, which you may forget that it even existed, unless you're an influencer living that van life. I'm not an influencer, but I dig these little cars. Why? I like the utility of them. And
well, they seem to have good reputations online, too.
They really do. Ford's off-road version of the Ford Transit, the Trail, apparently has only been on sale since 2022, but they stopped the other versions of the Transit.
Yeah, I thought they had already.
Lawrence Hodge over at jalopnik.com put the article together. Ford quietly discontinued one of its off-road vehicles, the Transit Trail. I love the idea of this. It has so much utility. It really will only house 2 people, but you can put seats in the back.
Would it be helpful for cargo or whatever?
Yeah. So it seems the $65,000 Transit Trail died a quiet death, according to Ford Authority, after the model fell off the Big Blue Oval's website without fanfare. What could lead Ford to get rid of the model that's barely been on sale 3 model years? It would seem that it's supply chain issues that are an ongoing problem with Ford Pro Communications Manager Elizabeth Kraft.
What about the price tag? I mean, this puts it out of the realm of possibility for a lot of people that might want to buy it.
It's a commercial product, so I would say no. Average families aren't going to be buying this, but I love the idea of that. So just how is demand, it says here in the article. It would seem the market for pricey lifestyle isn't as big as it once was. We asked Ford if they knew how many transit trails have been sold since its introduction, and while Ford confirmed that exact sales numbers on the transit trail aren't known since it's more of a package than a model line, Ford did confirm that it saw a decrease in demand across all segments of the motorhome industry following the pandemic. That freaking pandemic.
Well, yeah, that was probably a tough time to actually, no, that should have been a spot on time to launch this.
Yeah, so the trail was designed for camping. The transit trail was not without problems during its brief existence. Ford Authority mentions that in March 2024, a recall was issued after it was discovered that the factory-fitted 30.5-inch 245/75R16 could come in contact with the front wheel arch liner and damage the tire, so Ford fitted affected vans with the 28-inch 235/65R16 tires, knocking 1.2 inches of ground clearance off the trail, which...
That could annoy existing owners.
Yeah. Another recall was issued a few months later over possible loss in power steering. Oh boy. Anyway, so although the issues with the transit trail was unique, unless you go aftermarket or spend big money on the Mercedes Sprinter, no one sells anything else like it. So
right, so I'm sure people are still going to be upset that the transit trail is gone.
Yeah, because that's, it's decked out with stuff. $65,000 car. I don't know. I like the idea of it. Let's go on to our last article for the February 16th FourWheelTech. Cheap European cars are ditching their infotainment screens in favor of phone integration. And the author of this, Orad Jalopnik, says, I think every car should, and I agree. Automakers in the U.S. are struggling to find ways to meet increasing demand for cheaper cars and the long-term repercussions of economic uncertainty continue to unfurl. The article is by Bradley Brownell, and the deck statement says, not only is it cheaper and safer, but cars won't have dated screens anymore. This right here is what I've always wanted. Just a place to put my phone.
Where a phone will actually go and stay.
Yes. So, let's see here. The Fiat Grand Panda Pop below is Stellantis' newest foray into the cheap and cheerful segment of small European cars. And it, like the Volkswagen Up before it, that's that right there. The Panda is down there. Where was I? Oh, yeah.
I don't know, but I think this is good because I don't think the customers ever needed separate infotainment. I mean, I think that made sense maybe in the earlier years where phones didn't have everything, but they seem like they became obsolete pretty quickly.
Yeah. So the Volkswagen Up and the Fiat Grand Panda Pop are part of this cheerful segment of small European cars. Before it has a nice little phone mount and a USB port for you to use in lieu of a large and pricey 10.25-inch infotainment screen available on more expensive Grand Panda models. So you have this little holder right here, and you stick your device in, and you're done.
Plus, it's more streamlined. It doesn't take up as much room in the dash area.
Yep, so there it is again. Put it in horizontal or portrait mode. So not only does this make building the car cheaper and more likely to be operated cheerfully for many years to come, but it takes the cell phone right out of the hands of millions of distracted drivers. They use more colorful language in the article. Around in a 2-ton death machine staring at tiki-talks instead of the road. So give me a car with manual windows optional. This person is screaming, get off my lawn. Okay, boomer.
Yeah, they are. I mean, I don't think we should return to manual windows. I think automatic windows are a must.
Yeah, as long as you don't reboot your car, apparently. Depends on
Well,
the
you
car.
might not want them on an EV, but yeah.
Yeah. American auto buyer has been living fat on the hog for too damn long and rolling negative equity into another damn new thing nobody can afford isn't the answer to our collective debt problem. We demand austerity. No, this person's out of their mind.
Yeah, I think I get it with the infotainment, but I'm not sure about the other things.
Yeah. Sorry, Bradley Brownell. We want luxury that's reasonably priced, not greedily ripped out of our pockets because somebody perceives it as being a benefit instead of it just being something that is endemic to your vehicle life.
Right, and we don't need unnecessary bells and whistles that don't really add anything for the driver.
I don't know. Roof mounted howitzer would be great.
I don't think that's a necessity.
We don't know what the world portends. Anyway, so we're going to hop in our cheerful vehicle, and that doesn't have an infotainment screen because it's our phone, and that's going to lead us all the way back to FourWheelTech at ohmtown.com, where you can go and become a citizen and then facilitate us talking about it by sending us leads. That's it. We're done for the day. I am Mayor Watt, and I'm taking the AI with me.
Good night, hometown citizens. Thanks for joining us for this week's FourWheelTech. Be sure to subscribe and watch the replay all the way through.
Bye, everybody.